That's why
Okay, so we kind of got off the subject a
somebody
little bit
phone me.
because Mr. Perry just
Not really.
wants to keep going, but
How we get off the subject? We still talking about you being angry.
we're not talking about me. We are talking about Black women in general. Thank you. But you
Okay.
used me as an example, which I will admit that I do get angry with y'all sometimes. But the reason why, and I'll just say that this is the reason why I'm angry sometimes with y'all, and y'all don't hear me as men, Black men. But you want to call me angry, but you don't listen to what I'm saying to you. If I'm telling you that I don't feel appreciated, if I tell you that y'all are getting on my nerve with the nonsense, if I tell you that I do everything for everybody, but nobody does anything for me, if I
What
tell
do
you,
you? Now
let
you
me
lying
finish
though.
though. Let me finish.
He lying. He
So
lying.
if I'm telling you the things that bother me, and y'all don't correct anything that y'all are doing, so and then you throw your jabs and you say what you say, that is why I get angry with y'all. So I have an attitude majority of the
How do I
time
pull the thing back there?
because of the things that y'all do.
It's
And I
cool.
think that she feels like not appreciated and not respected. Because if y'all are not listening to what she is telling you, how she feels about all the issues that she's bringing to you and the boys, and y'all do not correct those issues, then of course, the more times that she has to bring it to you, the more angry she seems because she's getting frustrated by you guys not listening to what she's feeling and not respecting the fact that she's telling you, and y'all are not sitting there fixing it or correcting the behavior. So she's going to seem more angry when in actuality, she's probably more hurt because of the fact that you guys keep on and y'all don't correct it.
It's not being taken seriously.
Exactly.
Well, if any of you ever had teenage children, you should know they're not gonna listen. If your child listen, you got a wonderful child.
Timmy, your boys aren't teenage kids anymore. You're all three of them are out of high school.
You're talking about now. I'm talking about a history. I'm talking about a whole life cycle. I ain't talking about now. You have to go back.
You're right, because we've all had teenage kids, whether they're boys or girls. We've all had those teenage kids.
So you know they don't listen.
But as an adult, they need to learn because they're old enough to know better.
Do your adult,
and that's where the behavior has to change.
Do your adult kids
I thought that
to the point where everybody considers y'all angry too? Do y'all adult kids do that too?
No.
My kids don't poke the bear like your kids do.
My kids don't either. I have 3 kids, and my kids don't feel that I owe them anything. My kids are grown now. They take care of themselves. Now, don't get me wrong. Every now and then, your kids may need help, just like I needed help from my parents. But my kids, all 3 of them are grown, and they don't feel that I owe them anything. So they may get mad at me. They don't disrespect me. And I mean, when your kid hit 18 and get away from home, then they're responsible for themselves. And if I had a problem with one of my kids, then that's when the dad should come in and tell them, no, you're wrong. You shouldn't talk to him like that. But if a man is talking to their mate like that, then the kids will talk to him the same way.
What man talking to somebody disrespectful?
Well, listen what you're saying. The way you saying you picking and you talking to her, and you think it's funny.
It's very funny. It's very funny for Kaylin to have a 26.
But to you it is.
To you it's funny.
But to you it is. To her, it's not.
To her.
And you should respect the fact that it's not funny to her.
Yeah. Now, we've been on this phone all this time. Now, don't switch gears. Ain't now one of you Black women been on this phone and said anything about her anger. All you've done is paint a picture and say
No.
it was me.
Hey,
And now,
Timmy,
hold
Timmy,
on,
no,
time
wait.
out. Time out, Mexican, African Mexican, time out. Ain't never one of y'all said one time that, well, Tanera, that is petty. Like, you,
No,
But
Timmy,
they
it's just
let
like
me
me
stop
telling
you
you,
right there.
Reese,
Let me
it's
stop
just
you
like
right
me
there.
telling you to drive
No.
a tractor to Memphis. You should be like, stupid, you can't drive a tractor to Memphis.
So
Come
listen,
on, man.
I'm gonna stop
have.
you right there.
Yes,
'cause
yes, I have.
They do
Hey.
correct me.
So I'm gonna tell y'all this,
I'm talking about
because
on the
everybody
phone
in
today.
our little group knows. Out of everybody in here, Tanera and I have had the most confrontations. So yes, I do know whenever I know Tanera as an angry woman. I'm not gonna say an angry Black woman, because to me, she's just a woman. And so I do know what she does as to be angry, and she's made me angry. But what we did to resolve that issue is we addressed what those issues were, and it's not an issue no more, because we're two grown women that know how to talk and know how to work out those situations.
Well, Tanera, could I tell her when you hit me in my eye?
Why are you stuck on that? Why are you stuck on that?
Because I really want to hear your opinion. I want to hear your opinion about, was that right, or was like, is that anger?
Is that in the past?
Well, one
No,
is not.
It's
One-
the current past. This happened a few months ago.
Well, one, it's never right to hit somebody else.
Correct.
So
Right.
that's number one. It's
You
never
on the
right
man's
to
side? Power
do
to the
what?
people, sister. You on the man's side, you on the black
No,
man's side. Power
I'm
to the
on-
people.
I'm on the right side, on the right side of right. What's right is right. What's wrong is wrong.
Well,
If
it
she
was
was
my-
wrong
It
for
was my
hitting
left.
you,
It was my left eye.
It's not right to
it's
put
not
hands
right.
on a
anyone.
woman nor
Right.
put hands on a man.
Yeah,
Right.
because if had you retaliated and hit her back, it would have been even worse.
Oh
So-
my God, I ain't gonna lie, Miss Carter. I tried to get her ass. Woo, they held me back. She hit me in my eye in front of my whole goddamn family. I tried. They held me. I tried. I went home and beat my house up. I broke
Hey.
the closet door.
We need to not record this part.
Please.
And guess what? And while he was beating up the house, I was sitting on the couch looking at him. And I wasn't angry though.
Right, because she knew what she had did. I would be sitting on the couch if I hit somebody in the eye and they couldn't get their lick back.
So my
Okay.
question is, what did you do to provoke her? Because you said you like to provoke her to do things. So my question is, what was the cause to have that effect, for you to get that effect? Because
I'm finna tell you. I'm finna show you how angry Tanera is.
Okay, so what did you do? Tell us the
I'm gonna
story.
tell you what I did. Bald head.
Hey, everybody.
These folks sitting here trying to tell me my baby mama ain't angry. Remember the night she hit me in my eye? In front of everybody. I've been drinking.
All head, you might want to.
I've been drinking. I don't remember.
thank you.
Good answer. Good answer.
We were sitting in the room having a conversation. It was during the holidays. We sitting there having a couple of drinks, just chilling. So the subject came up about people having threesomes and people exploring sexuality. So it was my turn to talk. I said, Tanera, people have threesomes, so you might well go on, like I always do. I say, you might well go on, get with the program. She said, what you say, motherfucker? And hit me in my eye. So I deserve to get hit in the eye because I'm cracking a joke saying, you might well go on, get with the program. I know she's not finna have a threesome with me because she don't like women. So, but why did that make you want to hit somebody in their damn eye in front of their whole family and friends? Because I said you might well get with the program.
Okay, but
So,
out of
let me ask you this.
respect for her as your woman, you should have never done that.
Yeah.
Tanera, you was
That's-
wrong
that's
for
all
hitting
you
him
got,
in the
Reese.
eye.
Yeah.
That's all you got.
Well, she was
Yeah,
wrong
he was
for
wrong for
hitting,
hitting you.
but you crossed a boundary that you knew she didn't care for. And it's not to justify it. Was she wrong?
No.
She's still wrong for hitting you. But at the same time, you have to understand you're crossing boundaries. Like there's boundaries that have been set apparently between the two of you. And you know she don't like women. So why would you even make that as a joke?
Okay.
Am I-
So she don't like women. She don't like me cracking jokes about Kaden. She don't like me cracking jokes about the kids. And I can give you more examples, and you're gonna come up with something where if she don't like
No.
that, Tanera don't like shit that pertains to her. She don't. She would tell you this is what Tanera used to tell me. I don't like people. I don't like people. I don't want to be. So,
And to a certain extent, no, she don't like people.
so
But that's
what am I going to say that you're going to say, Tanera? You do got an anger issue. Like, you shouldn't do that. It doesn't matter what someone says. People talk all the time, but you can't get them in their eye. Like,
I mean, she was wrong. Like I said, she was wrong. Does she need to talk about that? I mean, yeah, maybe she needs to seek counseling on that. But at the same time, as an individual, we all have to take responsibility for our actions. If nobody is taking accountability for what they do or what they say, then nobody's owning it at the end of the day. So
Miss Carter, have you ever been to a comedy? This is a serious question. Have you ever been to a comedy club?
Yes.
Okay. If the comedian see an ugly dress you got on and you know he's a joke, this is his life. You've been knowing this guy. And he crack a joke about you. Are you gonna get angry? Are you gonna hit him in his eye? Because you know him for that. Tanera knows me 28 years. She knows me. Been the same way 28 years. If I say something jokingly to mess with you, you don't hit me in my eye. No matter
But
how
does
you
it make
clean
it
up.
right?
Just
That's
like
not
you've
what
known
I
her for 28
cracking a
years,
joke.
and you
Yes,
should have
it
known
makes
if you
it.
said something like
Thank
that,
you,
you
Nina.
hit in the eye.
Thank you, Nina.
Does it make it right?
Mr.
Right.
Perry,
Does it make it right
And I-
that you sit there and provoke her to be that way?
I just gave her an example. If the comedian provoked you, Reese, he said something about your chin or your neck or whatever, and you don't like it, are you gonna go on stage and hit him in the jaw? No, you're not.
No,
You're gonna
baby,
just-
because I'm not in a relationship with that comedian. I
You
don't
don't
sleep
have
with
to be
that
in a
comedian.
relationship. Me and Tanera ain't in a relationship. When I got hit in my eye, we wasn't in a relationship.
Mr.
When she
Perry,
hit me in my eye, I was her
Mr.
baby
Perry,
daddy.
we have really enjoyed you on our show today, but you have turned this into a me and you need counseling session.
Because the first question you asked me was, the first question you asked, why am I angry?
Can I have a question?
No, I said, why do you consider me an angry
Why
black?
did you try to get me in the pre-marriage counseling already?
Because that's the pastor. That's the pastor.
Pre-marriage counseling.
Joanna.
She knows it.
Joanna TD Jakes, and Reese Cleflo Dollar, and Miss
You got it in pre-marriage counseling.
and Miss Brenda Gerald Osteen. She
Oh my
done went
God.
to 4 pastors from around the world.
You got jokes.
You are clowning right now.
Like I
Straight
said,
up clown.
we have enjoyed you being our little special guest today, Mr. Perry. We appreciate your input on
Okay.
why you consider some Black women angry. We heard everything that you said, and we will like to invite you back some other time. But today I'm gonna let you go so that we can give our thoughts on this. But we do appreciate you.
Please do, because they're not going to say anything that you've done wrong in front of me, and that's fine. That's what friends do. Because I would take because if I call Gino and Baldhead Noise in here, they're gonna do the same thing y'all doing. They're gonna take my side. And that's what friends do. So I commend you guys for doing it. I promise you, I can call all of them in here. They're not going to say it. They're going to say, she still shouldn't get mad. She still shouldn't put her hand. They're going to say all the things in my favor. And one more thing before I go, to clear up this myth. Tanera love to say how she take care of everybody, does everything, and nobody. Tanera is lying. And Joanna knows she lying.
We know
Joanna
you
knows
take care
she
of her too,
lying.
Tim.
She don't take care of everything worth a damn. Timmy take care of mostly things, especially when it comes to finances. Now she'll take care of something on the computer or business-wise, because I told her everybody got a job to do. You're good at computer, you're good at doing this. Financially, Tanera doesn't take care of everything.
I never said I took care of you
You
financially.
said on the phone,
I-
you said you get
I
tired
said
of
that I
everybody.
get tired of doing everything for everybody. I
And you
never
said
said
nobody
anything
does
about
nothing for
finances.
you. You
You-
said the word.
I
You
never said you weren't a great provider.
no.
I never said
Hey,
that.
hey,
I
hey,
said
hey.
that I do everything.
Okay.
But
Okay.
once
You
again,
said nobody does nothing for you.
we're gonna have you
Okay.
back on a topic that we are gonna find
No,
suited.
find the next topic, the angry goddamn baby daddy. How about this, goddamn it? The angry baby daddy.
Mess. Tanera, he's gonna get a whooping. He's gonna get a whooping. Oh my God.
We can't record this. There's no way. This episode cannot be
For our
recorded.
viewers,
You
this-
cannot
this-
post that
Sarah,
part.
you can't
You
record this.
cannot. You gotta
this
cut that
issue is
out.
way to the left.
Got to edit it.
I will. It's girl. But if you can see why some of my triggers, what some of my triggers are, then you will understand what I have to go through.
Girl.
Reason why they say that I'm angry.
Baby.
And I know that
Why you angry?
Nina be in situations like that because she has somebody that pushes her buttons too. Joanna has somebody that pushes her buttons. Sheena does,
Yes.
used to. So did they in your relationships, did they always consider y'all angry?
Yeah,
Yeah.
after they
Angry,
pushed us and
not
pushed us.
happy.
Controlling.
Unhappy. Mhm.
Yep. Angry, controlling, bully, control freak. Got to have everything your way, on your time. If it ain't your idea, it ain't the right idea.
Mhm. Those are honestly, ladies, those are signs of a narcissist. And I can say this because I'm truly involved with one and really trying to figure out what I need to do. Do I stay? Do I go? But at the end of the day, it's narcissism at its finest when a person cannot take
Yes.
or own or accept accountability for their actions. And he accepted it in a sense, but he didn't own it, in a lot of ways. It's never okay. Like, that's never okay, because that's borderline abuse.
It is.
Yes, it is.
And
It is.
and the hardest decision is to decide whether or not to stay or go.
Yeah.
Because they've
And-
made you feel like you can't live without them. You can't make it without them. You
Now,
can't
see-
do anything without them.
And now I don't feel like that. I know I'll be okay without him. I know I can live without him. I know all that.
Yeah.
I don't want to. And the thing about it is a lot of times I think we see their potential instead of who they're actually being. So we want to see the best. We know what they're capable of. We know how great they are. But so we just accept that, thinking one day, okay, it's going to get better. It's a process. Just like I know my own stuff is a process. I've been working on myself for a while now, and it is a process. It's not like a light switch, but you want to better for them, for themselves too, not just for us. You know what I mean? You want better for them, but I'm learning you cannot make somebody who you want them to be. Like, you can't drag them. They have to want it for themselves.
Yes.
They have to want it for themselves. And so it's just stuck in the, like you said, in the limbo. Like, what do you do? Do you, and it's a process. It's a learning thing as you go. And I'm just working on myself right now.
Right. And just for the record, I
That's
wanted to put out there that I don't consider myself an angry Black woman. I consider myself as a reactive person. And I do give him what he gives me. So that sometimes I think that they get that confused with us being angry. Like, I'm only reacting off of your energy. So
That used to be one of my favorite things to say, is that I repeat energies. So go ahead and decide how we're going to act today.
right.
Because literally, I mean, it's true. Like, I literally feel like if you're being, respectful and you're doing your part and you're doing the things that you should be, like, I'm completely great. You know what I mean? Like, I give you the same thing what you give me, and then my thing a lot of times too is nagging. Like, why you constantly nagging or fussing about, I didn't do this or I didn't do that. And then he may be like, well, you didn't ask me to. but that's my thing. I shouldn't have to ask you to. The stuff that you know you're supposed to be doing, why do I have to ask you? You don't have
Yes.
to ask me
Mhm.
to do nothing that I
Yes.
know is my shit to do.
Mhm.
You know?
I agree with
So,
that. I shouldn't have to tell you to wash dishes, or I shouldn't have to tell you to do this. You know, I get up and do it.
right.
And like I said, I have some anger, a little bit of anger.
Mhm.
But like I said, it's all in me. You
Mhm.
know, I don't take it
Yes.
out on other people. It's just me because I'm angry at myself. And I
Yes.
don't consider myself as an angry Black woman. I just
Mhm.
consider myself as a angry woman sometimes, just going through the things that I'm going through.
Right.
Correct.
And me too. And I'm mad at myself sometimes that I have allowed myself, and don't get me wrong, I mean, it's not terrible, you know what I'm saying, and it's not just him, it's both of us. I can look back
Mhm.
now and see a lot of things that I'm like, ooh, I shouldn't have been doing that, you know, I shouldn't have been acting like that. I was
Mhm.
taking it too far. If I put myself in his shoes, I can completely see where, you know, he might have felt that way, you know, and those are the things that I'm trying to change, and I'm trying to change
Mhm.
things about myself that I can look back at and not be proud of.
Right.
Yes.
So I think the moral of the story is that we are not angry Black women. We
Mm-mm.
are fed up Black women. Um, you know, and that's just what it boils down to, because we do get fed up. And so,
Mhm.
like I was telling Timmy, don't create the storm, and if you don't want the
The rain.
high
Yes,
winds, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying, the lightning and the thunder.
absolutely.
They just need to understand that and stop labeling us as the angry Black women, and they need to think in their minds, what can I do myself to
Mhm.
make her not feel that she has to be angry or less?
Yes,
But
yes,
that's
because
where
your
we
home and your
ourselves
spouse is supposed to
too.
be your peace.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they
that's
are.
where we ourselves too have to work on our own boundaries to not allow them to be able to infiltrate.
Yes.
Because what I've noticed in my situation is I had to take that from him in order for him to understand it. Like, and like I explained to you the other day, Tanera, when he would send me all of those videos, and it, you know, I wake up 11 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I have these videos talking about, you know, I broke him and this, that, and the third. And I had to take that from him. And my phone got quiet because I haven't got a message since.
Mhm.
So if it's not positive, I mean, we have to take that away from them. Look, this is what it is. We got to set boundaries, you know, because
Yes.
we control us. Nobody else controls us. And if we allow them to continue to have that energy or have that much control and that much power over us, where would we be? You know,
And
you know who you are. We all know who we are. We know what we bring to the table and what we offer. So it starts at home. It starts with us. You know, a label is a label. They put a label on mayonnaise, they put a label on mustard. We know we're not angry. We know what our situations are. So stop giving that much power to it.
Yeah.
and we
He who
choose,
angers you controls you.
Yeah.
yes, and we make the choice on how we respond to that.
Mhm.
That's true.
It's hard as hell sometimes though, y'all.
It is.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's
So hard.
Look, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I got a bottle on standby because today Timmy just but I'm not angry. I'm not angry. And it's like he said, I've been dealing with him for 28 years. So I don't even understand why I let myself still get triggered by that. But I just want him to understand, and I want every Black man to understand. You
Mhm.
as Black men cannot put us Black women through something and then tell us how long it takes for us to heal.
To heal.
Or
Yeah.
when
Yes.
or
And then they do
come up.
something to you and then
Yes.
they get mad at you for reacting to it. You
Mhm.
know what I
Yes.
mean?
And so
And
that's
just
not,
like Sheena was saying, that's narcissism, you know?
yeah, don't call me angry because I'm still hurt by something. You can't tell
Yeah.
me when my
Right.
wound heals, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like, just because your stitches is gone don't mean that mine ain't. I mean,
Yep.
mine
Right.
is, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Maybe I need a different kind of antibiotic than you took.
Yep.
You know what
And
I'm
it's,
saying? Just
he
see what I'm
probably didn't
saying.
even take, yeah, he probably didn't even take none. Put put a Band-Aid over the top of it and kept rolling
Right,
to
because
avoid a
that's
whole bunch of
what we
conflict.
do as
You
women.
know,
You know, where he may have got medicine for whatever he was going through. I just put a Band-Aid on it
right?
that it healed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
that's how we as Black women take stuff and put it on our shoulders and keep
Mhm.
on moving. And I don't
Yep.
think that they understand the what we go through as Black women. So then that's when we get labeled as angry. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Right.
it's crazy, but that's how the world is. I think this was very productive today. It kind of went to the left because Mr. Perry is all over the place and he has a lot to say. His opinion is very out there, but
He needs
I
some
think we got-
relationship counseling.
yeah,
Yes, he
and
does.
he needs to talk to somebody about me hitting him in that left eye. So, but so next Sunday, and Miss Sheena, I want to thank you for joining us today. It was nice to have you on and have your opinion. So we appreciate that. Our next weekend, next Sunday, our topic is going to be relationships and why we stay.
Mm,
Yeah, we're
that's
gonna
heavy.
we're
That's
gonna-
heavy.
That is
We're
it
gonna
right
touch-
there.
we're gonna
That's
touch
rough,
on with a
girl.
lot of
know.
people on that, and so
Baby, you better
all
set
right.
a 2-hour session for that one.
I am. So I think we
I
all
hope that
have
comes up.
testimonies. We all have testimonies on that subject. And Ms. Carter, if you would like to join us next week, we would love to have you. Because I know me and you have been sharing some stuff, and that if there's anything that you want to talk to, so that we may be a counselor for you to be able to get something off your chest to get you through something. That's what we are here for. These are my friends. I have Reese, Joanna, Nina, Brenda. We're missing Lisa, and we consider ourselves the queens of FTC, but we are a friendship and a sisterhood like no other. When one of us is going through it, we all go through it. There's nothing that one of us haven't been through that nobody in the group don't know, and what we've been through, it don't go past this group. We don't share each other's information or whatever. So that's kind of why we started this, because we do get on here and we give testimonies of stuff that we've been through and how we've overcame it or whatever, but we're true to it. Like, we're not on here trying to be Housewives of Atlanta or whatever. This ain't scripted. You know, this is really what we go through, and this is really how we handle stuff in life. And so that was our purpose of doing this whole thing and putting it together. So you are more than welcome to always come back and join us.
I appreciate it. Listen, I've been tearing your ears up this past week.
Yeah, and it's like, and I was giving Miss Sheena some advice, and I'm going to leave this with you all ladies before we go, but I was letting her know that I was listening to this guy, and he was telling me, well, he wasn't speaking directly to me, but he was, because I think God has a way of getting his point to us, whether we want to hear it from somebody else or if it comes directly from him. And his message was that God is trying to, you know how they say when you die on the table, the doctor comes in and he was like, gets the paddles and he's like, clear. And so it's the same situation with us in life. When God is trying to bring us back to life from situations, he can't put those paddles on us and bring us back to life and say clear, because we still have all these hands on us. And if we have all these hands on us, he can't bring us back to life, because then he gonna kill somebody else. That's just like in the hospital. If he says clear, and they got to make sure ain't nobody touching us, and that's how God is doing for our lives. Like, he's saying clear, but if we continue to let the wrong people keep touching our body, he's never going to be able to bring us back from what we're going through.
Good Lord.
Right.
To leave that with y'all. So next week, looking forward to this. I'm gonna try my best to edit everything Mr. Perry said, but if I don't, you know what, we was keeping it real, and that's what we are here for. You know what I'm saying? So
You might want to keep it on there.
so all right, ladies, it was good visiting with y'all again this weekend. So hopefully we'll get together one weekend and we'll be all in the same place. So all right.
Y'all have a good Sunday.
All right.
Okay.
Y'all too.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.